Hey guys, welcome back.
So today is our much anticipated, also slightly avoided day of installing our windows.
Yeah, we might have done this one out of order since everything else is in but the windows, which is usually something you start with.
Yeah, part of that I think is just the nervousness of cutting even larger holes than we already have. But I think we're up to the challenge.
We prepared ourselves, we've done a bunch of research, and we made sure to make a list of steps, so we're going to be following that, and we'll see how it goes.
And let's get started. So the first step to installing our windows is going to be prepping the area on the inside where the windows will be inserted. So in the Ram ProMaster, they have these ribs here that are quite thick. So other vans, you can just cut through the ribbing. This we actually have to remove. So we have our chisel and our hammer, and you might be able to see there's these little tabs, and that's really all that is securing them to that besides some glue. But we're gonna chip away at the tabs, pull this off, and then we can start to install the windows. So let's try it. Okay, so as you can see, maybe if we move around a little bit down at the bottom, we just chipped through that. We found that the box cutter worked best to just slide down the sides. And then we will carefully pull this off. There we go.
So since we've already made our bed, we had to put a blanket down to make sure to catch any debris or metal filings that come when we drill the hole into the van. I'm also taking off the this gunk out here. So we can have a cleaner surface to work off of. And once this is all out, we're gonna start putting down our template. So we'll show you that next.
So like with the fan install, for our windows, our first step is creating a template. So we've taped it here to the cardboard, and what we're gonna do is just trace around the outside edge of this framing piece that the window attaches to, and then use that as our template for the window.
So now that we have our template, we're just deciding where we want to place our windows. So since we have cabinets on top and our bed is going to be about 10 inches high, we want to center it right in the middle in between those two things. So we decided on 3 inches just from the top rib here. So that's what I'm measuring right now, is where to place the template. Okay. So now that we've marked our 3 inches, I'm just going to measure one more time before I trace the template. So that's good. That's good. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to trace this. You ready for this?
Are you ready?
I think so. The cardboard has rough edges, so we'll see how this looks. But that's not bad. That's not bad, right?
We're just putting this for the pilot holes.
All right. So
wait, hold on. What did you draw?
Something. We're gonna cut this out anyway.
But is that okay?
That's us.
We have a baby pig. And we have some sort of...
I don't know.
That's one of those dinosaurs with the raptor necks that comes out. And then you're jumping, or I'm jumping, somebody's jumping. So we'll stick to van building and not drawing. But we're questionably good at that too. So time for pilot holes.
All right, so we've traced our template. Now we're gonna start making pilot holes so we can take the template on the other side of the van, just like we did with the fan. And then we'll trace that as well. So here goes nothing. All right, so we finished making our pilot holes. As you can see, we did the corners and then 2 in the center of the window. So our van's a little bit dirty. We couldn't get these spots out. Needs a car wash, but anyway. Now we're gonna take our template and we're gonna align them to the pilot holes that we made. So just gonna move the tape here. We might need a stool.
Sounds like a job for me.
Sounds like someone needs to be tall to do this.
Okay, so I was called in to assist with this part of the project. We have now secured the template to the side of the van. We've also measured to make sure, obviously with a van, we've talked about how difficult leveling is, so we've measured the difference from this piece. So now we're just gonna trace it on the exterior of the van. Wish us luck. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so it's traced. I'm gonna take it off. Let's see what the damage is.
So our goal is to have everything, all the pilot holes inside of the line.
Covered.
Or, yeah, close to at least.
All right, so as you can see, we did a pretty good job, I would say. Not perfect lines, but we'll manage. So as you can see, here our pilot holes are all just inside of that traced line. And so the way we're gonna cut it is we're gonna leave two sections open, cut around, and then those final pieces, as well as taping it as we cut to reduce the vibrations to help us get as straight a line as possible. Okay, so we are ready to cut. As you can see, we've taped the edges to give us some support. We want to reduce the vibrations as we're cutting. We will also tape along the way, and we've put our order of cuts on the van as well, just to keep us on track. And then I also made the first pilot hole a little bit bigger so that our jigsaw blade could fit. So here goes nothing. And we're back with our final cut. We are gonna do that and see how the hole looks. All right. It is the moment of truth. I'm going to keep some of these. I'm nervous.
Don't be. You did great. Watch your fingers. Oh my god!
Oh! Hold on. One moment. We did it! We cut a hole. It looks great. Don't you think our hole looks great?
Again. Our new hole. We need to file this down.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just about done filing down our new hull. So I'm gonna put rustoleum next, and then we're ready to install our window.
Okay, so the rustoleum has dried and we are ready to test the window, make sure that it fits. Let's try it. Oh, look at that. So that's how it's gonna go in. We have a bracket that goes on the inside and attaches to this. So we will prep that now. Okay, so we've cleaned the window and then started to apply this foam tape around the edge. This was provided by Motion Windows, so we're only going to use that. But as we go down, once we reach the corner, we're going to start to peel up. I should have pre-peeled this. Cut. Now that we have made it to the corners, I'm actually going to start to peel this up just to make it a little bit easier to go around that bend. So I'm going to try and show you so that you can see. So just kind of work it around the corner. And then take it length.
I don't know the signs to this. I don't understand the signs to this. We're ready to screw on the window. Patrick is holding it outside while I'm screwing it on the bed, or screwing it on the van. I'll start. Alright, we're done. We're done.
Look at that window. I think the dogs are really going to enjoy it.
Look, there's like a net. Oh no, this is can keep it open. Have that. Close it all the way. I think it's tinted too.
Yeah.
Can you hear that? That's Lucy.
When she sees bears.
We have a window. Hey guys, so welcome to day 2 of our Windows installation. We're working with one of our bigger ones now, as you can see here, but we've kind of prepped off camera the area where we're going to be placing it in, and I'm just getting right into it just because we're kind of starting a little later today. But I'm going to trace this out. We're going to create a new template since it is the bigger one, and we're going to go from there. So we've taken our template and we've measured where we wanted to place the bigger window, and we've decided that it's going to be about, what, 2 inches down from where this rib is, and that looks about center, right? Yeah, so we're happy with how it looks. We're going to start tracing it and doing our pilot holes next, just like we did the first one, so we are going to do that now.
So this is window number 2. Now this is the largest hole we have cut in the van yet. Even more terrifying each time we do this. So I think we know the process pretty well now, but we're gonna cut this out and go from there. So let's do it. Okay, So we have made all of the cuts for this window. We're gonna take the tape off and then see how everything is. This is a big piece of the van. I'm terrified. You got a bunch in your hair. Oh, that's just grays.
I can cut you.
Well, so as you can see, we have now cut a very large hole in the side of the van, and we're just waiting for the rustoleum to dry so that we could put the window in.
Don't scrutinize it. It's not like perfect, but
It's perfect, okay?
it'll fit the window.
It'll fit
it
the
fits
window.
the window.
Yeah.
And it'll be covered. It'll be nice and clean.
This will be Lucy and Ezra's spot.
Actually, the bathroom is just going to come a little bit over here.
Okay, so this will be their spot.
Right here.
So we didn't get to record the final steps of installing the larger window, but you would basically repeat the same process. We continued with applying the foam tape around the edge of the window. Then it's time to place and secure your window. Line it up, making sure it is even and level with the measurements you've made. Finally, you will secure the window to the bracket by screwing it in place. We recommend only partially drilling the screws until all are in place and then going back and fully tightening them. And then you're done. We repeated this process one more time for our second larger window on the sliding door. Here's a look at that final result. Ezra and Lucy seemed really happy with it. Like always, thank you for taking a pause for pit stop with us. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below to let us know what you're most looking forward to watching next. See you next time.